Hello everyone, a very good afternoon to all of you. Thank you for joining this webinar. My name is Prasad Sonone, Field Application Engineer from VVDN Technology. VVDN Technology is a value-added reseller for Altium Designer in India and taking care of sales and support for the same. Today we are going to discuss about efficient polygon practices in Altium Designer. So please visit our website for upcoming webinars www.vvdntools.com/events. Here you will get webinar links to register. So as I said, we will discuss about polygon practices. So this is today's agenda. Use of polygon on PCB, why we are using polygon on PCB, then types of polygons, which types of polygons are available and which types of polygons are supported by Altium, what is the difference between polygon and planes, how to pour polygon pouring is there, then key tools related to the polygon. There are 5 key tools. Then polygon manager. In polygon manager we will see polygon pour order, naming, layer setting in the polygon manager, additional tools like via stitching, via shielding, and live demonstration. And after demonstration we'll have question answer session. So the first thing is, what is the use of polygon on PCB? So for power plane, ground and power is used for noise suppression between signal layer and to get grid path. For RF designs, we used transmission lines and we need to accurately create them to hand over reflections. For copper balancing, to create good board structure to avoid board warping. For thermal management, we want to manage heat on board to avoid delamination, and we can break some traces, but it's not good thing sometimes. So for thermal management to avoid heating, we are using polygon. Types of polygons. So there are basically 3 types of polygons: solid, hatched, and outline polygon. Solid polygons are useful for thermal relief and copper balancing. Hatched polygon are useful for circuits like flex circuitry to break or crack one bend. Basically, hatched polygon are useful to reduce the Gerber file size. Track arc-based polygon allows hatched polygon to be created by setting the track width to be smaller than grid size. Outline polygon is like draft mode. It can be used for creating outline shapes for logos. The main reason why hatched and polygon has been originated is because computing power was more scarce and we didn't want to render the things. Polygon versus plane. What is the difference between polygon and what plane? So polygons are dynamic. They can be placed and pour. Polygons can be coppered polygon. If we lay a trace that interact with polygon, then polygon will adapt it. Polygon can be defined on signal layers, whereas planes are static. They are defined as negative artwork in layer stack. Basically, it means instead of adding copper, it is removed from the layer, and planes are commonly used for power or ground. On plane, we cannot place component and traces. How to pour polygon? The main thing is to talk about the order of pouring the polygon and how does it affect the shape what we are creating. Basically, the thumb rule is that the first polygon will be poured, will maintain its shape. In the image shown, the polygon 1 is poured first, the polygon 2nd taken the properties of polygon 1st. Here, vice versa, polygon 1 is poured first, larger polygon is poured first, and the polygon 2nd taken the properties of polygon 1. Then some connection rules for polygon to through hole, polygon to SMD, and polygon to via connections. We will see how to apply the connection rules in demonstration. As I said, there are some key tools related to polygon. First one is combine, how to combine two polygons. The next one is subtract, how to subtract the polygon from one first polygon. Modify the shape, how we can modify the shape of polygon. Then move vertices, modify edges, corners, arcs and tracks, and create polygon from selected object. It is useful in RF design. How can we create the polygon from selected object? That means if you are planning to place irregular shape polygon, then we will see how to create polygon from our selected object. Polygon manager. So polygon manager provides high level view of polygon. Polygon manager can be used to set rules. You can set edit name for polygon, layer management for any particular polygon. You can lock unlock polygon from polygon manager, and you can also change pour order from polygon manager. Suppose if you want particular polygon to be poured first, you can set the order of polygon. Some additional tools are there: via stitching and via shielding, which is supported by Altium Designer. So basically, via stitching is a technique used to tie together larger copper areas on different layers to make strong vertical connection through the board structure. It helps to maintain a low impedance and short return loops. Wire stitching can also be used to tie areas of copper that might otherwise be isolated from their net to that net. Wire shielding. Wire shielding has a different structure than wire stitching. In RF design, it is used to help reduce crosstalk and electromagnetic interference in a route that is carrying an RF signal. A wire shielding is also known as wire fencing. It is created by placing one or more rows alongside the signal's route path. So these are some additional tools. We will see the polygon actions in live demonstration. So we'll move towards Altium. So this is our PCB for which we are using for polygon practice. Okay, you see these are VIN pins. This is also VIN pin, and this pin is connected to IC's 15 number VIN pin. So we'll see how to create this pin with all these relevant pin by using polygon. So for this, I am drawing one polygon. You will get place polygon option from place polygon power. So cursor will entered in polygon mode. So we'll start drawing polygon. By press and hold shift space bar, you can change the angle. So I have drawn this polygon, but it's not connected. If you double click on this polygon, the properties of that particular polygon will be reflected. In the properties, you can you can set net, layer, name, then whether it's a solid polygon, hashed polygon, or outline polygon. Then remove dead copper is option is there. We'll see one by one. We are assigning net to this polygon. So this net should be VIN. So polygon not poured, repour the polygon. Once you repour the polygon, you will see the VIN pins are connected to this VIN pin, but here is some dead copper here and here. In order to remove this dead copper, we can access the properties of the particular polygon, and here is the option remove dead copper and repour. Okay, so the dead copper is getting removed. But if you see here, one peninsula, it will affect during the post layout signal integrity. So to remove this peninsula, we will modify the shape of the polygon. I will see how to modify. I'm selecting this polygon and I'm changing the shape of this polygon. Now, if you see, all these VIN pins are connected through polygon, but this pin is not connected to this VIN. So I will draw another polygon to connect this. Looks good. Again, place polygon pour. Again, it will enter into polygon mode. So I am drawing one polygon again. Suppose if you see, I have created this polygon as well as I have drawn this polygon which overlapped on this polygon, but these polygons are isolated here. So the first polygon, as I said, I have selected the first polygon, which is VIN polygon. I need to apply the properties of this VIN polygon onto second polygon. So I should select the first polygon VIN, press and hold shift key, select the second polygon, just right click, go to polygon action and combine selected polygons. So if you see now, the polygons are get combined, two polygons are combined. This VIN pin is getting connected to this polygon. This connection is done with this IC pin. So this is combination of two polygons. Now we'll see how the connection style works in polygon pouring. So I will modify the shape again, this polygon. Here we'll see some ground pins. Okay, so I will draw another polygon for this ground. We'll see how the connection works. So again, place polygon pour. I will create another polygon. Now also I am overlapping to another polygon. So this polygon is created. I will modify shape for this polygon. Okay, so now to apply the rules for this polygon, we need to bring this polygon towards top. So right click, polygon action, and bring to front. So if you see, the shape is getting changed because earlier this polygon was at front and I have drawn the polygon at back. So I have taken this polygon to front end. Now I have to apply the polygon to connection to SMD and connection to TST rules. So I will select this polygon, go to tools, polygon pours and polygon manager. As I said, the polygon manager having the view of polygon name, polygon area, net name. You can lock unlock the polygon from here. Here you will see all polygon pours. You can change the order. You can select the polygon and you can change the order, move up, move down. Just a second, I have forgot to assign the net name for this polygon. I'm assigning the net name ground and repour. Okay, so again, tools, polygon pour, polygon manager. Here the net name is assigned ground L01 P024. We will see how to connect this polygon. So go to new connect style. Here is one window, pop-up window, new connection style. So name, I'm giving name as example. Here our polygon name is ground L01 P024. The same name should be reflected here. You can cross check ground L01 P024. And in the constraint, there are two types, simple and advanced. So this is connection to through-hole pad connections. This is SMD pad connection, polygon to TST, polygon to SMD, and polygon to via connection. Okay, so we'll make relief connect connection styles, relief connect, direct connection, no connection with the polygon. So we'll keep relief connect. Through hole pad size will connect. There are two types, 45-degree angle, 90-degree angle. So I will keep 90-degree angle. Here you can change the conductor width and air gap width. You can change from here only. The next one is SMD pad connection. So here also connection styles are relief connect, direct connect, and no connect. Here also you can change air gap width. I will keep the rotation as 90-degree. And for via connections, I will connect the all wires directly to the polygon. So I'm clicking OK. OK. So if you see the connection is not done, so select the polygon, right click, polygon action, report selected. So once the report selected is done, you will see the grounds are connected in 90-degree angle, because we have set polygon to TST at 90-degree and polygon to SMD also 90-degree. We will change this 90-degree to 45-degree. So again, I will select the polygon, go to tools, polygon pore, polygon manager. Here I will select our polygon, new connect style. Again, the same procedure. I'm giving name as example. The polygon name should be verified. I'm keeping rotation at 45-degree for through hole pad. I will keep SMD pad at 90-degree and via direct connect. Okay. So pouring is not done. Right click, polygon action, report selected. Now if you see, we have connected polygon to TST at 45-degree angle. So this through hole pin is getting connected through 45-degree angle, and these SMD pins are remaining in the 90-degree angle. So likewise, you can set the connection style. Now we'll see how to subtract the polygon from one polygon to another. So I will make some modification. Okay, I will convert this polygon to outline polygon, so you will get a clear idea. So I have converted this polygon to outline polygon. We will see how to subtract the polygon. So I will create one irregular shape. I need to subtract the polygon. Place arc, full circle. One full circle. And I will create one triangle. Line. Okay, so I will convert this into polygon. How to convert? Select the area, go to tools, convert, create polygon from selected primitives. If you double click on this polygon, you will have the polygon properties. I will make it solid polygon, repore polygon. So my solid polygon is getting created. I will make it triangle, also solid polygon. Tools, convert, create polygon from selected primitives, double click. I will make it solid polygon, repore. So I need to subtract these two polygons from this polygon. So I will move this polygon to overlap this. Okay. Now if you see, the polygons are getting overlapped and these are isolated due to outline for this polygon. I will place this polygon also like this. Okay. If you see, here also isolation is done due to this outline polygon. Now this larger polygon will subtract this inner polygon and it will modify its shape. Select the polygon, right click, polygon action, subtract polygon from selected, and you can select the polygon which you want to subtract. Just right click. Now if you see, the inner polygon getting subtracted from larger polygon, same like right click, polygon action, subtract polygon from selected, and you can select the polygon which you want to subtract. Select this triangle, right click. Now if you see the shape getting modified and the polygons we have placed are getting subtracted from original polygon. So this is polygon subtraction. Then next is via stitching and via shielding. So for this ground polygon, we will apply via stitching. Okay. So tools, via stitching, via shielding, add via stitching to net. The window will get pop up. Here via style, diameter, simple, top, middle, bottom. You can set diameter here for top layer, middle layer and bottom layer, and full stack via. You can apply full stack via from here. Okay. Stitching parameter, constraint area. If you want to apply the stitching wires to particular area, you can select the constraint area and you can draw your area onto which you want to apply via stitching. So I'm drawing area. So now you are applying via stitching to ground. So here net, you should select the ground. Here you can change hole size 0.2 mm, diameter size and tolerance you can change. If I click OK, 22 stitching wires added to net ground. So here 22 stitchings are added, and if you see, I have selected a particular portion including these assembly and through hole pads, but the wire stitching takes place where place is available. It's not like that stitching is on stitching is done over any object or stitching is done over any pad. The stitching is takes place where there is a place available. If you click via, you can see the stitching via parameters here. You can change the parameters, template, properties, net. You can change the net, through hole via types you can access from here, hole information, hole size and shape, top, middle and bottom, full stack via. So you can change the via properties from here. If you want to remove the stitching, go to tools, select via stitching shielding, remove via stitching group and select any stitching. So it will get removed from the place. So this is via stitching, via shielding. The next one is via shielding. So via shielding, we need a track over the via shielding. So I will select the track. By pressing the tab, we will select the full track. Go to tools, via stitching and via shielding, add shielding to net. So here you will see net to be shield, it's FB. So here also you can set net FB. Here also you can change the hole size, tolerance, diameters for the shielding wires. So here you can select the net. So the net is FB. Okay. Same via same top layer, middle layer, bottom layer. You can change the diameter from here, and full stack wires are here. So I will create simple wire. If I click OK, see 88 shielding wires are added to net FB. So this net is getting added via shielding. Okay. Here due to space constraint, the shielding is not done. Okay. Again for the track, for this track, I have selected the track, entire track, tools, via stitching, via shielding, add shielding to net. Here net to be shield EN. So now here we should select the net EN. Here hole size, diameter you can change. If I press OK, you will see 82 shielding added to net EN. So this net is also via shielded. So this is shielding, tools, stitching, remove shielding group. If I clicked any shielding, the shielding is getting removed and shielding is getting added from the option. So these are via shielding, via stitching. So these are some useful links, Altium documentation, which you can refer for Polygon Pore, how to create polygon, how to modify it, which I shown, Polygon Pore, and editing polygonal objects, polygonal shape object. These are useful link. We will share with all of you this useful link. Any questions, guys? You can feel free to ask questions if you have any questions related to Polygon Pores.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, this polygon shield you have shown via shielding, right? In there,
Okay.
in that, one more option is like shield copper.
Add copper to shield.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we add that, if any floating dead coppers are there, that is not getting removed. It remains as it is.
Okay,
Can you
let
just
me show you.
once? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
In via shielding, ma'am.
Yeah, via shielding. Yes.
But copper is getting removed at the time of shielding.
Yeah, you go to that properties like tools, add via shielding.
Okay. Add shielding to net.
Add shielding to net. Here you have add shielding copper, right?
Yeah.
When you add that, it is like wherever there is no space, and there will
Okay.
be some dead coppers. It can copper flow can be allowed. So how to remove those dead coppers? For example, you have added vias. No, that vias will have the same copper shielding.
Yeah.
So here, if you see, there is no space, but after some distance, you will have space. There, copper will be shown. So that becomes isolated copper, right? I mean,
Yeah.
floating copper.
Here only, if you select the plane, if you select the polygon, here is the option remove dead copper.
Yeah, for normal polygons it is there, but in case of adding that shielding the net, no.
Okay.
There that option is not there, I guess. You just try to add one wire stitching along with the copper.
Okay.
Not this actually, not this.
Sorry. Money.
Hello.
Money.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, Mani Vidya here.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Actually, no. You are explaining shielding. I mean,
Yes. Shielding.
But ma'am is asking about
stitching. Yeah. Wire stitch along with copper is there, no? That one.
Yes. No, automatically over the wire, it adds the copper.
Yes, that I agree. For example, if you see here on the left side, whatever wire stitching he has added,
yes,
no space for copper to flow around.
Yes.
Then wherever space is there, it will flow. But that will become a dead copper, right? There will not be any continuity.
No, but it will connected to the ground net. It means whatever net we are assigning.
Yes, I agree.
To the net.
But it looks floating, right?
Yes.
That whether is there any possibility to remove that dead copper?
No, actually, it's a track. I mean, it's a track, so move that. We have to make sure the proper spacing is there for the complete track.
Okay.
For the complete shielding.
Okay.
Yes, we cannot remove that isolated copper.
Okay, and after adding this vias shielding, manual editing is not possible, correct? Or we can move the vias, or we can delete one single via.
Yeah, we can delete it.
We can delete it. Okay.
Yes. And there it will display the difference between shielding via and stitching via. The via name will be VSH and VSL.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
We have one more chat. Please explain two polygon merge once again. Okay. So I will show you how to merge the polygons again. Okay. I'm drawing one polygon, please. Polygon 4. Okay. I'm assigning this polygon to net V in. Report the polygon. I will modify the shape. Now, if I want to connect this V in pin to this polygon, we'll draw another polygon, place polygon 4. I will overlap the polygon first. I will draw second polygon. I have drawn the polygon, but the second polygon is overlapped, but it is getting isolated. So I have applied the properties for first polygon V in. I need to apply this V in properties to second polygon. So I will select first V in polygon, press and hold shift key, select the second polygon, right click, polygon action, combine selected polygon. So polygon is getting combined and V in polygon is getting connected to this V in pin. So this is combine polygon option.
Okay, thank you, sir. I have one question. There's a lot of notches are coming in a top layer polygons due to this top side of copper. So, is there any the rule to remove that notches?
Yeah. Notches.
Notches like the copper is going in.
Extra
So if
copper
you
in between
are
pads.
extra
Okay.
copper,
Extra copper in between pad.
Yeah.
If you select this,
generally what we are doing,
if you
generally
select
what
this
we are doing, we are
polygon,
just
if you select polygon, here is option remove dead. So it will
Uh,
put the dead copper between pads. As I said, as I saw earlier, I will show you again.
Sorry, Prasad. I think it is not related to dead copper. Like extra copper connectivity, which goes in between. Like if the space trace width of that copper is 8 mils or maybe less than that, we
Okay.
restrict to that. No, same kind. There are few other places where we will have odd shaped copper kinks and all.
Okay.
yeah, it's exactly same.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, between the pads, if you want to remove, if it is a discrete components, you can place a keep out between the pads for the discrete to remove that unwanted copper in between the pads.
Okay.
Or there is a if you select the polygon property, Prasad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remove next less than this option is there.
Yeah. Remove next less than.
Yeah, you remove next less than this, you can reduce so that for that particular polygon it removes the unwanted coppers.
Yes, but Mani, what happens is like if,
Yeah.
for example, your SMD pad, whatever you are seeing on the left side, resistor,
Yeah.
you see the curves. I mean, for example, rounded pads are there.
Yes.
Like the copper shape will be like V-shaped copper will be there in between pads. That is very minute, but as and
Okay.
then look wise it looks like some small width is there. Is there any like make it straight instead of that small kinks?
No, automatically it will not create, but we are going with a keep out in these two pads.
But no other option other than keep outs.
No, ma'am. Manually we can put a void. Actually, polygon keep out can be provided.
Yeah, but
it's a
that
manual
is
task.
not.
Like
Yeah, that is
yeah.
not a solution actually.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
In trace shielding, will the wires dynamically move along with the move track? No, vias are not moving along with the track. We need to move the track first, then we should add the via shielding again for the particular track after track movement.
So this is actually the final process. Like we cannot often modify the trace location when we do the shielding. So it's kind of a final post layout process kind of.
Yeah, you can finalize the trace first, and then you can add via shielding later.
Okay. Okay.
Remove Iceland less than area option. Can you use the remove the copper? So to remove the Iceland, we have modified the shape. Okay, and we have removed the copper here by modifying the shape of polygon for Iceland or peninsula. And for dead copper, we have directly option to remove dead copper. But for peninsula and Iceland, we need to modify the polygon shape. After that, it will directly get removed from polygon.
One more question. What we see is the sharp edges of the polygon. So what are the options that we can make it like chamfered or curved?
See, you can select the corner, press and hold shift key, the angle will get changed.
Okay.
Okay. See.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect.
Here also you can select the corner. You can move, press and hold shift key. You can change the angle.
All right.
Prasad, what is the exact difference between dead copper and island in this case now?
Dead copper and island. Yeah. Dead copper is actually a copper which is having no base.
No connections?
No connections. We can say no base for that polygon and no use of that polygon on PCB.
Okay.
So this is a dead copper. And island is nothing but sometimes there is a copper in between two pins, which is also not any
Connections?
yeah, which is not which is aimless, we can say.
Okay.
So we can remove that by polygon. We can remove that by polygon shape change. We can change the shape.
Okay. That lady was asking the same question, I think. Difference of copper, dead copper and island. In island, we can just shrink the size of that thing to remove it.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
And what is the exact use of move up and move down in polygon manager option? What happens if you use these options?
To front, into back. Polygon action. Move polygon. You can remove.
He's asking about polygon manager.
Polygon manager, right?
Okay. Sorry. Tools. Polygon Power, Polygon Manager. You can select the polygon. We have selected P025. Move up means move down.
Yeah. What happens to this if we select this move up and up, move down option?
This
It's
polygon
just a
core order
pouring
is getting
order
changed.
actually.
Okay, that means okay, extra
when you-
option that doesn't affect anything.
No. It's just a
No.
pouring order, like which shape should be poured first and then like that.
Sorry
You
for
can
the
change pour order.
interruption. Mani, I'm
Yes,
sorry. I think if you change that order, whatever he was showing, bring to front or bring
Yeah,
to
that
back,
also affects
that affects actually.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that is up and down, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bring to front, bring to back.
Means you are changing the priority of two shapes.
Mhm.
Means pouring priority here in the polygon manager for the layer. For example, if you have a complete ground plane in on one means on ground layer is one layer and other shapes also there. So the first priority should be the other small shapes like 5 volt and 3 volt, and the ground shape should be third priority.
Okay, adapt the different shape according to the ground shape.
Yes,
Adaptation of these things.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay,
So
and
that's a
what is exactly the split planes used, and what is the concept of split plane analysis?
split plane. See, actually in Altium, it's a negative artwork if you are using the plane instead of signal layer. Okay.
Mhm.
Split plane advantage is like if you assign the plane, if you ordered any plane layer in layer stack manager,
Mhm.
completely for the complete layer, it takes the uh, one plane. Okay, you can
Okay.
assign some voltage at any power net. So
Okay.
if you want to split that, you can you can just place the line. Maybe here, Prasad, do you have any plane layer?
Can you demonstrate this in layer
Yeah, sure.
2 or 3? Because it's a 4-layer board, I think, right? So VCC and ground layer will be there.
Yeah, yeah. Means if you are placing the polygon, you have to draw the shape, right? If it is a plane layer, you can place a line so that like it will split that complete polygon into two. Or if you place some circular rectangular, so that will be splitted.
Okay. It will be automatically get splitted due to this line, and the new
Yes.
polygon that has been created or separated out from the main polygon will be a net polygon. Right?
Yes. Yeah. Prasad, can you just add one plane or plane layer, or just change any plane? Yes.
Yeah.
Just
So
save the
plane layer
stack up
is
and
added.
It
Yes.
is a
Manu.
4-layer PCB that is plain, but it is already added over there in second or third layer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, now he added actually. Just save the stack up and go to the PCB. Yes. Switch to the layer, second layer. See, now you can see the complete shape is there, right? This is the plane.
Can you select that complete so that we can
Plane.
have
Yeah,
that?
double click. You can.
Okay, yeah, got it.
And there is a pullback option, like from the board shape, how much you want to reduce the shape polygon. Means plane.
Mhm.
1 mm or 2 mm. That can be given in that you can mention it in the stack up itself.
Okay.
Suppose if you want to split the plane, can you place the line, Prasad? Go to place, line. Yes. Just split the stack up or just draw one rectangle. It should be closed. Yes. Just leave it. Just select that. Just select the shape inside. So now this will be splitted. You can assign any other net to this plane.
Mhm.
It will be separate.
You can assign the net here.
Okay.
Okay. If you want to split the complete PCB also, you can place one straight line
Okay.
there. So that is split plane.
Split plane.
I have one question regarding the clearance in the polygon clearance. So
Yeah.
how we are defining that clearance polygon region, like if you are pouring any polygon with a specific net, and if we want a clearance from other signals and others vias, and so because it's generally is taking a normally it's taking a very less clearance. At some points we need some more clearance, like
Okay.
some
No, it depends on your
high
clearance
voltage
rule
vias
only.
and all. No, but from clearance rules, it's generally taking only we are not getting the polygon clearance reason options here in design rule.
Prasad, can you go to
Polygon.
clearance under clearance rule only?
Yeah. You can
In clearance, there is only copper to copper clearance is there, but in between polygon to other pad like vias and all.
It is there na here.
If I
sir, polygon to arc,
Yeah.
polygon to track, polygon to SMD, polygon to TST. You can change from here.
Suppose any particular polygon to other polygon or anything, if you want to increase the space, you can go to polygon manager and create a rule for that.
Okay, for that.
So go to
Okay.
polygon manager.
From there, yeah.
Yeah. New clearance rule.
New clearance rule. So here,
You can set.
yes.
Uh-huh.
And you can use this custom
Okay.
query also
Okay.
in your design rules, so that it will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can assign name and you can set track to track, SMD pad to TST pad.
Mm-hmm.
Here you can select
Mm-hmm.
clearance you want. In advanced
Okay.
rules.
It's not. It's available on advanced options. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Polygon to arc, polygon to track.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Is there any questions? Or shall we wind up the session?
No, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Prasad. Thank you, Mani.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.